Britain's greatest hope as George, Charlotte, and Louis reawaken magic of monarchy with new roles. It is obvious that Prince George and Princess Charlotte deserve praise for their impeccable behavior at the Queen's state funeral on Monday. In the meantime, Prince and Princess of Wales's three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, are hoped to reawaken the monarchy as King Charles and William look at slimming down the firm. The king is now in key talks as he attempts to introduce a modernized monarchy, which will see less working royals, but the Wales's children are still expected to play key roles in the royal family, as the future heirs already showcase their work ethic. George, 9, and Charlotte, 7, attended the Queen's state funeral while Louis, 4, stayed at home. Charlotte showed she understood royal protocol as she urged her brother to bow when the cortege drove past. According to a royal author, Charlotte and George are being raised with an awareness of their place in the world. It will be down to the Wales to find a way to reawaken that deep old magic, Katie said in her book. Little did Prince George and Princess Charlotte know that their stamina and orderly conduct at the Queen's Jubilee would be the training in attending their own Gan's state funeral. She added, Prince William and Kate Middleton are giving Prince George and Princess Charlotte very different roles in the royal family. It was speculated that the young royals were included in the funeral services in part to assure the public of the security of the royal bloodline, but they're also kids who are experiencing a death in the family, and funerals are a big part of the mourning process, even for children. Funerals are important family rituals. As soon as children are able to sit still or react appropriately at family events, they should be given a choice about funerals. Of course, even though Prince George and Princess Charlotte understood royal protocol and were able to act like many adults during the funeral, they may not fully grasp the concept of death. This is natural for someone so young, especially when they might not have been even faced with the concept of death from an education perspective ever before. And as quoted in Kate's words, George is sort of realizing how important his great-grandmother was and what's going on. While William and Kate's parenting techniques are often praised, they're known for using chat sofas and a hands-off approach. It was George and Charlotte who were complimented by one parenting expert for their behavior on the emotional day. Another royal expert commented, a careful decision for their parents to make regarding their attendance. I believe, taking into account their ages and succession to the throne, this historical moment was an absolute must. Such emotional life experiences embed memories that do profoundly hold a unique impact years later, one that you will both remember beside your loving, nurturing parents. You did yourselves proud, your poise and grace outstanding. We cried when you did, overwhelmed, and we stood in silence and awe as we honored with respect Her Majesty, your late great-grandmother. Others couldn't believe how mature the young royals were. Prince George and Princess Charlotte look amazing. Their grandma would be so proud. Their behavior and attitude is absolute. How mature and respectful. They take their role seriously at such a young age. Bless them. The kids are slowly introduced to royal duties, while the Princess of Wales' eldest child, Prince George, does not have the same freedom to make decisions about his future, as he is destined to become king after Prince William. In particular, George and Charlotte have already celebrated several firsts, including an official visit to Cardiff. As for Prince Louis's future, Miss Nichol believes it could be possible for the third in line to support her brother, while the youngest member of the Welsh family becomes a non-working royal. The royal parents are trying to keep their kids grounded amidst their privileged childhood, as they are aware that their children live a life of tremendous privilege, and they are determined to keep their feet on the ground as much as possible.